From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest, or welcome to Good Morning Northwest if you're just joining us at this 6 o'clock hour. Freezing rain is possible for this morning and tomorrow morning. A warm front's going to pass for tomorrow. That's going to pick up our wind gusts. Could see some gusts up to 55 miles per hour for tomorrow and Saturday. And a whole bunch of rain is slated for the Cascades. Could see, quite literally, could see 10 inches of rainfall in the Cascades over the next 7 days. So there will be that localized flooding potential. First Alert radar is showing you, we're seeing some wintry stuff for freezing rain in the valleys. This is trying to get into the basin. So far, our radar algorithm is picking up on both rain and freezing rain, and it's snowing right now on I-90 in Adams County. So just good rule of thumb, take it slow on the roadways for this morning. If you see a wet spot, keep in mind it could be ice. So just assume it is ice and just play it safe. Temperatures this morning are very close to 32 degrees, which is that key threshold for freezing. So we'll continue to keep tabs on that. Otherwise, today is going to be zero fun to be outside, gray and wet and gloomy. And oh, by the way, there's fog out there. I'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead, schools closed once again in Moses Lake. We're going to let you know why students are now facing another day without class and the latest on the strike that's keeping the doors shut. Plus, a warning for parents. Children as young as 8 are being targeted online, and experts say the threats are getting more aggressive. Straight ahead, what every family needs to know and the red flags to watch for. And a packed City Hall as Yakima approves its 2026 budget. Coming up, we'll tell you which services are safe and where the cuts could be made. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to start with continuing coverage this morning on the strike impacting students in Moses Lake. School closed once again today because of the ongoing work stoppage. The district says that teachers and employees are still striking and all school buildings will remain closed to the public. Now, the district tells us they have filed paperwork in Superior Court to end the work stoppage and order employees back to work with a hearing scheduled later this week. Meals will still be available for students at elementary schools from 11 to noon, and the district office remains open during normal business hours. We're also told the Boys and Girls Club will operate, but only at the McGraw Clubhouse from 3 to 6 during the closure. Again, Moses Lake School District classes closed and canceled once again today because of the ongoing strike. Turning now to a crime alert, an 18-year-old Kennewick High student arrested after being accused of sending a violent, threatening message to a child online. Police say the message demanded a video and threatened to kill the child and their family. Detectives identified the suspect Monday and arrested him on campus. He's now in the Benton County Jail facing first-degree extortion and communication with a minor for immoral purposes charges. Kennewick Police reminding families to report any threats that are made online or in person. And police say an 18-year-old Kennewick High School student under arrest after threatening and trying to extort a minor is an example of extortion cases that often target kids. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us how police and advocates say that you can keep kids safe.
It's becoming a bigger problem as social media and online chats become more and more popular. Children online are falling victim to extortion, specifically sextortion. Advocates say it usually happens when a perpetrator messages a younger victim using an online chat, threatening the victim if they don't send an explicit photo or video. The Support Advocacy and Resource Center, or SARC, tells me that children as young as 8 years old are being impacted by sextortion.
We see this happening on social media, on apps like Snapchat, on Instagram. It can also be something that happens through video gaming apps like Discord or different online chats within video games.
Extortion perpetrators usually don't know their victims personally, but Kennewick Police says that's not always the case. The department says they've arrested an 18-year-old student at Kennewick High School who threatened to kill another student who was a minor and her family if she didn't send him a video. Police say the suspect knew of the victim and sent the threatening message from an online account. And in any case of extortion, the first thing the victim should do is call the police.
And they'll also say something along the lines of, don't hang up, don't contact any law enforcement, or X will happen. It's extremely important that you don't listen to any of these demands or requests, and you do report the incident to law enforcement right away.
So how can parents protect their kids from sextortion? SARC recommends parents check in with their children if grades drop or if they notice secretive behavior or self-harm. And if parents still need help with anything, SARC says it's ready to assist.
Whatever we can't provide specifically, if they're needing help making a police report, we can help them with making police reports. We can help them getting into communication with law enforcement if that's needed. We can also help them get connected to counseling resources if that's something that they're requesting.
And we'll make sure to have more information on resources for you at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Sipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And again, in this latest case out of Kennewick, that suspect was arrested. Taking you to Yakima, the city's new 2026 budget spares community centers but makes some significant cuts to police and fire. The council approved the budget Tuesday night inside of a standing room only city hall. Community centers and youth programs will stay open, but to balance the books, the city's reducing spending on public safety. The plan slashes funding for police and fire, with police losing several positions, and the fire department. Those cuts could potentially impact response times. Parks and Recreation also is going to see some reduced funding, threatening maintenance and programs for seniors and youth.
I would move that we also keep the Lions Pool open and the Washington Fruit Center open based on the assumption that they will continue to work on alternative funding sources and pursue that, because they said they needed more time. And then if we have to, we can make a decision to close them at a later date.
This budget will take effect in 2026. Officials say they'll continue looking for ways to restore funding where it's needed most. Over in Franklin County, commissioners met for their weekly meeting, and they say improving safety on Highway 395 outside of Pasco remains a top priority. Commissioner Stephen Baumann says that he's been in ongoing conversations with State Representative Mark Clicker of Washington's 16th district. Baumann says Clicker has started drafting some new legislation that would designate the 7-mile stretch of 395 as an accident zone.
We've been working on setting up I guess you would say, an emergency stakeholder meeting about that conversation and some of the surrounding components of it. And so right now we're working on having that conversation and meeting next Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the Hapo Center.
Baumann says logistics for that meeting are still being finalized, but he does hope to have legislatures and key stakeholders at the table. Of course, this is a developing story that we are keeping a close eye on. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, overwhelmed by the holiday toy aisles. One expert shares the top picks and tricks to make Santa's list a little easier this year. We're talking holiday shopping right after the break. And giving you a live look outside this morning from right here at our Apple Valley studios in Kennewick. It is 8 minutes after 6 when we come back, checking in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert, talking about the possibility of some freezing fog moving through the region.
It's time to celebrate the season of giving with friends and family pricing at Walker's Furniture. Save big store-wide, plus get 5 years special financing with no money down.
Merry Christmas!
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar today at noon. And find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
It's always a good time to get excited about Dust Devils baseball. Introducing the Dust Devils Season Pass. Enjoy access to general admission tickets for all 66 regular season home games. Whether you're a solo spectator or bringing the whole family, we've got you covered. For a limited time, grab the single pass for just $99 or the family pass for $149. Purchase your pass now by visiting DustDevilsBaseball.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
As part of the Subaru Love Promise, McCurley Subaru proudly supports Friends of Disabled Veterans. Together, we're helping grow the ranch and its programs so no veteran in our community ever feels alone. McCurley Subaru, proud to serve those who served us.
At State Fair Park, the lights will glow, a shimmering, glittering holiday show. The 6th annual Drive-Through Light Fest, a joyous sight, presented by Giza Credit Union, all merry and bright.
From December 12th through the 21st, load up the sleigh with family and friends from 5 to 9 p.m. each night to see Santa, Cindy Lou, the Grinch, and more. Enjoy miles of lights and themed displays with hot cocoa and treats available for purchase. Tickets are available for purchase at the gate or online at statefairpark.org.
It's time to celebrate the season of giving with friends and family pricing at Walker's Furniture. Save big store-wide, plus get 5 years special financing with no money down.
Merry Christmas!
Happy holidays from Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yep, in addition to everything else going on, there's also freezing fog out there. So let's go ahead and show you that on the map. First of all, in the Blue Foothills, this is where we're seeing the thickest stuff. So Walla Walla down to Pendleton, that Oregon 11 commute, Interstate 84. Also, it looks like the fog is now officially filled into the Kittitas Valley. So in those areas, not just fog, but it could be freezing fog as those temperatures are hovering very close to that freezing threshold of 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we're expecting the bulk of this to lift by midday, but in Pendleton, it could last perhaps all throughout the day. Then for tonight, coming back to the Walla Walla foothills after 10 p.m. Looks like it's going to hang tight in the Pendleton area, and then after 1 a.m. that's when it's going to return to the rest of the region. Now tomorrow, as the winds start to pick up, that's going to mix out a lot of the fog, so we're thinking that's going to happen around 10 a.m. for Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, around 1 p.m. for the rest of us, at least for lower elevations. And the winds picking up as high temperatures go up, thanks to the warm front. So we're going to be about 15 degrees warmer for tomorrow as opposed to today, and then we'll keep it in the mid-50s in the Tri-Cities after that, about 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And like I mentioned, the warm front passing and the winds going to be cranking up. We could see gusts between 40 to 55 miles per hour for Friday night and Saturday. So here's what it looks like for Friday. Friday night's probably going to be the strongest time frame, especially for the foothills. But look at the Tri-Cities and Hermiston, 45 miles per hour, and then a hair weaker by the time we get to Saturday. And then there's this freezing rain for this morning and tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that as well coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 6:13 in your consumer news this morning. Holiday shopping season is underway, and if you're looking to buy toys, the market can be confusing with all the choices and age restrictions. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan talks to one toy expert about the most popular gifts for kids this year.
Walking down the aisle of any toy store can be overwhelming with all the choices on the shelves. So how can shoppers and Santa nail down the list?
Santa's sleigh is big, but he has to carry kid toys for all the kids, so be careful about what you ask for.
Toy expert Chris Byrne, known as the Toy Guy, says it's better to buy a few items that kids will really love, which may mean spending a little more on a single item. Byrne says Legos are always a great option. They even have some choices for kids as young as 2, like the Lego Duplo Interactive Adventure Train, which will cost you around $79.99. Byrne says interactive toys that offer various smart stages are a great option because the toy advances as the child's skills do, like the Fisher-Price Laugh and Learn 4-in-1 activity table and easel. Some retailers are selling it for $43 all the way up to $57, so compare prices.
It starts as a busy board, converts to a play table, a drawing table, and finally an easel.
Looking for something a little cuddlier? How about this? Coco the Tumbling Panda for about $55. A really popular item among kids this year is the Transformers Cyberworld.
He actually converts from a Transformer to a Scorpion tank.
And of course, Labubu's.
Labubu is a fashion accessory. It is having a moment.
Byrne warns that shoppers should watch out for knockoffs and copycat versions.
Pop Mart is the only real source and the official licensee of that.
No matter the gift, buyers should always check the age guidelines on the toy.
That age grading is not so much about the child's development level, because every child is different, but it's also about what's safe and easy.
Byrne also recommends reading customer reviews. He also has more recommendations on his website, thetoyguy.com. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And experts say they do expect a surge in spending this year. This after more than 2 million people began holiday shopping just this past weekend, already breaking early season records. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert as we give you that live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. He's tracking some freezing rain and freezing fog this morning as well. He'll have your forecast after the break.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
There's no place like home for the holidays.
And there's no better time to save on furniture and mattresses than right now during Walker's Friends and Family Sale.
Get the furniture you like at the prices you'll love, with some clearance items up to 70% off.
Plus, take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
More family to yours. Merry Christmas!
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar. Great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Plan your commute around this dreary Monday morning.
Absolutely electric today.
Wait! Go, go, go!
Yeah! Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Eagles, Chargers, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Next Live.
It is happening. I cannot believe it.
Michelle Pfeiffer from Oh What Fun. Plus holiday bargains and hosting 101 with Vern Yip.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have freezing rain out there for this morning, and we could see some more for tomorrow morning as well. So here's the big weather maker that's out in the Pacific right now. Cold front, warm front, low pressure system. And as this warm front passes our region for tomorrow, that's what's going to end up picking up the winds. But we're already seeing some impacts from that boundary this morning. So we'll go ahead and plot it out over the next 48 hours. So by 8 this morning, yeah, still seeing the potential of freezing rain for the basin, for the foothills. I'm thinking after 10 a.m. those chances are going to go way down for lower elevations, but still dealing with some snow for Oregon 204 in the Blues. Drier as we head into this evening, but there's another round that we're concerned about as we head into Friday morning. Once again, that could provide some freezing rain to lower elevations. This time we're thinking it's probably just going to be in the valleys. Chances not looking nearly as good for the basin or for the foothills. And overall, I think Friday is probably going to be a drier day in comparison to today. But then we have more active weather that's brewing as we head into this weekend. So here are the hour-by-hour precip chances for the Tri-Cities for this Thursday, and the best chances of freezing rain in the Tri-Cities probably going to be before 8 a.m. After that, just a little bit too warm, but around midday into the early afternoon, that's going to be the wettest time stretch from this round. Rainfall totals over the next 48 hours, maybe 2 to 3 inches for mountains, beneficial stuff for lower elevations as well. And in terms of snowfall, through 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, could pick up 6 inches of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Wouldn't be too shocked to see some chain requirements there. Then maybe additional snowfall into this weekend. For now, we're not going with much, but snow levels are going to be borderline for White Pass. So I wouldn't be too shocked to see this number go up, perhaps by quite a bit as well. We'll keep a very close eye on that. Many more rain chances to go after this. There is a flooding potential in the Cascades over the next week. So remember, over the next 48 hours, I'm going with 3 inches of rain in the Cascades. This is beyond that. So maybe another 7 inches on top of that through next week. That would be 10 inches of rain over the span of 7 days in Cascades if you're keeping score at home. So localized flooding going to be possible in and around those smaller streams and fresh burn scars. Just a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Freezing rain possible early this morning, likely just cold rain after that. In Yakima, maybe a chance at freezing rain for tomorrow morning as well. And then in Ellensburg, slick roads possible this morning, perhaps for tomorrow morning as well, and then winds ramping up over the next couple days. For Hermiston, freezing rain possible early this morning, then quite windy and warmer for Friday and Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, freezing rain also not out of the question for this morning, then winds packing a punch to end the work week.
All right, bundle up, get your umbrella, stay inside.
Stay inside, and remember, if you're on the roadways, if you see a wet spot this morning, assume it's ice.
Yeah. All right. Well, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. 2 global superstars making big moves on the road. Taylor Swift dropping a brand new look at her record-breaking tour. We've got a sneak peek. And Dua Lipa serving up more than just music on her latest stop. We're touring your entertainment headlines right after the break.
With all the excitement of the holiday season, getting into an auto accident is something you can do without. So remember to buckle up, drive safely, no texting, and please don't drink and drive. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans. Compare drug coverage. Compare costs. See if you can save. And make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare plans now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar today at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Stay warm now and pay later. Upgrade your HVAC system today and take advantage of $2,000 in federal tax credits. That's right, you could get up to $5,750 in total savings. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance. Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric.
At Fred's Appliance, we understand dishwashers, and nobody carries more Bosch dishwashers than us. We're the #1 Bosch dealer in the region, so you won't find this kind of selection in box stores. With every model in stock and ready to go, you can get a new dishwasher today. Swing into Fred's. We have thousands of in-stock get-it-today appliances, making us the most convenient choice around. Your local appliance expert since 1962. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Happy holidays from Queensgate Gardens. With family in town, it's time to decorate your tree. Visit Queensgate Gardens today to build your own Christmas ornaments. Tell Santa Claus what's on your list and create holiday memories that will last forever. For this season's holiday cheer, visit Queensgate Gardens.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
With all the excitement of the holiday season, getting into an auto accident is something you can do without. So remember to buckle up, drive safely, no texting, and please don't drink and drive. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Welcome back. In your entertainment headlines this morning, we begin in the courtroom, where the doctor who illegally sold Friends star Matthew Perry ketamine has learned his fate.
Yesterday, a California judge sentenced Salvador Plasencia to 30 months in prison. Plasencia pleaded guilty in July to distributing the anesthetic drug.
The doctor supplied Perry with the drug weeks before his fatal overdose in October of 2023. He did not provide the fatal dose, though.
After serving 2.5 years in prison, he will have 2 years of supervised release. He will also be fined $5,600. Another 4 defendants who took plea deals in the case are still awaiting sentencing.
All right, and more entertainment news. Taylor Swift has dropped a new trailer for the second concert film about her infamous Eras Tour.
Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, the final show, gives fans an inside look at her last show of the tour on December 8th last year in Vancouver. It captures the entire set from Tortured Poets Department, plus a new acoustic collection from her 3 Vancouver show mashups.
The Eras Tour was the most lucrative tour in music history. It pulled in more than $2 billion across 5 continents.
The film comes out December 12th on Disney+. Swift is also releasing a 6-part docuseries on the tour.
And speaking of iconic tours, Dua Lipa bringing more than her hits on the Radical Optimism Tour.
That's right. The singer opened up a pop-up taco stand in Mexico City where she's been performing shows. 3 different shows this week. Taqueria La Dua features specialty items inspired by her music, such as the pork rind Houdini taco and training season water infused with cucumber and lemon.
Registered fans can get a taste of Dua Lipa's menu until tomorrow. It's fun.
More of that.
Yes.
If you're coming to our city to perform, you
bring tacos.
Pay it forward. Come on, put up a food truck.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From wagging tails to Christmas miracles, one local adoption event is keeping families and their furry friends together for the holidays, and we're going to take you there. Plus, a new workshop aimed at helping Washington's wine professionals level up, how WSU is elevating local tasting rooms, and more. It's coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1-hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
It's always a good time to get excited about Dust Devils baseball. Introducing the Dust Devils Season Pass. Enjoy access to general admission tickets for all 66 regular season home games. Whether you're a solo spectator or bringing the whole family, we've got you covered. For a limited time, grab the single pass for just $99 or the family pass for $149. Purchase your pass now by visiting dustdevilsbaseball.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Dust Devils Baseball, a Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
The holiday season is in full swing at Shelby's Floral. Shelby's invites you to celebrate the joys of Christmas. Step into a wondrous world filled with the magic of the holiday season. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Let Shelby's inspire you with a beautiful custom arrangement to complement your seasonal style. At Shelby's, we can bring your home to life with the joys of Christmas. Celebrating 50 years of holiday giving. Come visit Shelby's Floral on Clearwater in Kennewick.
Visit Cle Elum anytime for spectacular views, fantastic food, and shopping unlike anywhere else. Let's talk with some local businesses. This is the heart of Cle Elum.
It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here. An absolute adventure. Every single day is different.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure. And there's lots of snowmobiling in the winter, lots of hiking, kayaking.
Every single corner of the globe, they all end up in Cle Elum for one reason or another, whether it's to enjoy the outdoors, to enjoy the small town feel. There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries, a lot of great bars. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cle Elum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Experiencing the outdoors is in our nature.
Philadelphia, LA Chargers, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and you are as busy as ever. You don't get the morning off. You're tracking all kinds of things.
No, it is high action this morning, and we're tracking a bunch of different things. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Big weather stories, freezing rain possible for this morning and tomorrow morning. Then a warm front passing for tomorrow. That's going to pick up our winds big time, gust up around 55 miles per hour. Looks like Friday night's probably going to be the strongest time frame. And then just a series of atmospheric rivers over the next week, which could bring quite literally like 10 inches of rain to the Cascades over that stretch of time. So localized flooding will be possible. First alert radar is showing a mix of freezing rain and a rain-snow mix, and rain just kind of depends on your microclimate within the microclimates. But we're seeing some of that wintry stuff, some of that freezing rain in the Yakima Valley, and trying to get into portions of the lower Columbia Basin as well. Road conditions, yeah, we are seeing some ice this morning in the valleys, in the basin. So if you see a wet spot on the road this morning, just assume that it's ice and play it safe. And those temperatures key this morning, some of us right around that freezing threshold, which is very critical. It looks like we're a little bit warmer than that for now in the Tri-Cities, but that could change as time progresses. The chances for freezing rain going to go down after 8 a.m. in the Tri-Cities. Otherwise, today is just going to be a yucky, gloomy day. And, we got fog on top of everything. So we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
How we begin this half hour of news, making a difference. A holiday adoption event in Richland is brought together Habitat for Humanity and Pronto Puppy Rescue, highlighting a problem many families face when housing becomes unstable. Pets often pay the price. Our Dan Hansen shows us how this festive event is helping keep families and their pets together.
On a crisp December afternoon, the Habitat for Humanity store in Richland feels more like a crossroads of hope than a shop. Families wander past aisles of donated treasures, their attention drawn to kennels where puppies curl snugly in their beds, tails wagging in quiet anticipation. It's the Three Paws of Prancin' Home for the Holidays adoption event, where each pup waits for more than just a home. They wait for somebody to notice them, to choose them, and to make this Christmas unforgettable.
This is a unique opportunity for us, and so we got the call at the last minute, and we said, yep, we'll be there.
Down the aisles, a familiar red coat appears, not pausing for the presents, but kneeling to greet the smallest visitors.
I am a collector. I like to collect memories, happy endings, Christmas miracles, those kind of things. That's what I want to see happen. That's my Christmas.
Minutes later, the first adoption unfolds. A puppy named Gwen gets ready to prance to her new home.
So I was coming home from a doctor's appointment, and I was going to go home to my 3 other dogs. I saw a puppy adoption sign, and so I swerved hard to the right and came in, and she was the first dog I saw. And she looks like all my other 3 combined, so I figured it was destiny.
Habitat for Humanity says today mirrors their broader mission they carry in the Tri-Cities. Habitat connects families with resources that build stability.
We get calls all the time with people worrying about losing the homes and stuff. Our program really sets homeowners up for success. You know, we don't go more than 30% of their income, and we really try hard to work with our families to keep their mortgage payments low.
From human home resources to wagging tails and smiling families, today reminds the community that the spirit extends far beyond gifts.
And honestly, it's hard to do an interview in here when you're a little distracted, but trust me, these guys have plenty of holiday spirit to pass around. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And organizers say even a small donation of pet food or supplies can help families keep their animals during tough times. And Local Living, WSU Tri-Cities is helping elevate Washington wine professionals through a new hands-on workshop. The university's Cougar Tracks program is launching what they call the Art of Pairing Workshop, a training designed to strengthen sensory skills and improve the customer experience in tasting rooms. It follows feedback from more than 50 winery professionals who attended a wine service excellence workshop last summer, saying they want more education on food and wine pairing.
Again, sponsored by the Port of Benton.
So we're thrilled to partner with them once again to bring a hands-on experiential learning experience for winery professionals and to also help support community building, professional development, and just elevating the Washington wine experience.
Now the workshop takes place March 24th at the Walter Clore Wine and Culinary Center in Prosser. 6:35 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The Kraken's rising star, how goalie Joey Daccord went from a late draft pick to one of the best in the league. It's all coming up after the break when we talk sports. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth tracking some fog moving through the region. He's going to break down what you can expect as you hit the road this morning after the break.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew, Tuesday at 6.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 60 months no-interest financing. The extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Every day begins with a welcome and a promise to walk with each patient on their path to recovery. From medical care to counseling, group healing to quiet reflection, our team is here every step of the way. Recovery includes movement, connection, and care. Because recovery isn't just possible, it's happening here every single day.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Busy day? No worries. Call ahead and order your favorite pizza to go. Quick, easy pickup, slices, salads, and soft drinks. Lunch made simple with our Monday to Friday quick lunch special. Students get $1 off every pizza slice, and school staff enjoy 10% off their orders Monday through Friday until 4 p.m. Gray's Pizza and Bar. Great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Christmas is coming to Pasco. Join us Saturday, December 13th as Peanuts Park transforms into a winter wonderland for Winterfest from 3 to 6 p.m. Enjoy holiday music, crafts, kids games, tasty treats, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Before 5, we'll draw the Scavenger Hunt Grand Prize winner. Then gather as we light Pasco's heritage Christmas tree to kick off the season. Winterfest, December 13th at Peanuts Park, presented by the City of Pasco.
The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
She saw a link.
Through, I think it was Apple Valley News.
And in less than a year, her family had their first home. Thanks to Hayden Homes, and thanks to Letitia Young for using a link at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Next Live. It is happening. I cannot believe it. Michelle Pfeiffer from Oh What Fun. Plus holiday bargains and hosting 101 with Vern Yip.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In addition to everything else we have going on, of course, there's fog to talk about. So freezing fog in the Bluefoot Hills this morning, especially dick on that Oregon 11 and Washington 125 corridor. We're seeing some thick fog up in the Cascades as well, and in the Kittitas Valley. Looks like most of this is going to end up lifting by 11 a.m., but in Pendleton and in the foothills of Umatilla County, it might have the tendency to last very deep into the day, maybe all day. And then for tonight, looks like it's going to come back to the Walla Walla County foothills after 10 p.m. Going to hang tight for the blue foothills of Umatilla County, and then for the rest of us coming back after 1 a.m. And then it looks like the wind gust should break up most of the fog for tomorrow morning, anywhere between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and they're going to get broken up again by the winds that will be associated with this warm front that's out in the Pacific for right now, but eventually that will pass us for tomorrow, and that's going to bring us, like I've already mentioned a couple times now, high winds for Friday night, and for Saturday. So for Friday, you see the strongest gusts going to be in the Blue Foothills, 50 miles per hour. For Friday night, all of us seeing gusts anywhere between 40 to 55 miles per hour. And then for Saturday, maybe just a hair lighter. So be sure that you are, of course, be sure that you are tying down any Christmas decorations so Rudolph doesn't fly away. Okay, and then the warm front, as it passes, obviously that's going to make our temperatures warmer, mid-50s for Friday and beyond.
Talking sports this morning, Seattle Kraken's goalie Joey Daccord is not just a stopper. He's the fiery heart that ignites his team's spirit on every shift.
Here's Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable with tonight's Kraken Player Profile.
The Kraken Player Profile, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
The Seattle Kraken's goalie, Joey Daccord, isn't just stopping pucks. He's the energy spark for this team. His path to the NHL was not easy. He was a late draft pick, and he spent years in the minor leagues, learning and grinding. But that long journey is exactly why he plays with such passion. He knows he earned his spot. On the ice, Daccord is dynamic. He's aggressive, always challenging shooters, and quick to start the offense with his stick. He doesn't sit back, he attacks the game. He brings a focused intensity to every single shift. He has stepped up this season to be the reliable starter, putting up numbers that make him one of the best in the league. Daccord proves that a committed work ethic and relentless belief in your ability is what matters most. He is the backbone that the Kraken trust. Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Love the fierceness. Coming up next for the Kraken, the guys are away and we'll take on the Edmonton Oilers tonight at 6 p.m.
And you can catch that right here after Apple Valley News Now at 5.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning, and giving you a live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth tracking some freezing rain and fog moving through the region. He's going to break it all down for you and what you can expect coming up after the break in your full First Alert forecast.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during our Black Friday sale, save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. And get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Do you get into a funk or depression during winter months? It could be seasonal affective disorder. There's information on how to fight back at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Seasonal Affective Disorder Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken Oilers coverage begins at 6 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox this week. Pepsi brand bottled 6-packs are 2 for $8. Hickory Farms meat and cheese stick snacks are $4.99. 10-ounce Brown and Haley Rokas are also $4.99. Plus save in the bonus zone. Friskies 48-count canned cat food is just $31.99. 20 pounds of Audubon Park Songbird food is $10.99. Saving you more on everyday essentials and holiday favorites with the best employee-owned customer service only at Bi-Mart.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have that, well, we've already seen freezing rain for this morning, but we'll have the potential for it again tomorrow morning, specifically in the Yakima Valley. So let's put this into motion over the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. And 8 this morning, still we'll have the chance for some freezing rain in the basin and also for the foothills, but chances across the map for lower elevations going to go down after 10 a.m. Chances for freezing rain, that is, but rainfall still going to be going steady. Now into the afternoon and evening, this is when we're going to trend a little bit drier for lower elevations, but we could see a comeback of some more rainfall for tomorrow morning, even some more freezing rain in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys where the cold air tends to get trapped in these setups. And then overall, Friday's looking drier as opposed to Thursday, but then we have more active weather to go as we head into Saturday. So here are the precip chances for today in the Yakima Valley. Again, chances for freezing rain before 10 a.m. After that, it's just going to be a cold rain. And then for tomorrow, freezing rain could come back during the overnight hours, or the early morning hours of tomorrow morning. And then it looks like that could last up until about 10 a.m. once again. Then after that, trending drier and trending a little bit warmer as well. Some of the rainfall totals over the next 48 hours, I mean, the mountain's just going to get blasted with water. We're looking at 2 to 3 inches, but lower elevations picking up some beneficial stuff as well. Snowfall through 4 a.m. for Friday, 6 inches for Tollgate on Oregon 204. Could see some chain requirements there. And then additional snowfall for 4 p.m. on Friday to 4 a.m. on Sunday. Now, most of the snow is going to be above pass level, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen to this white pass number, as snow levels for now are borderline, but if those trend a little bit lower, then this number could trend a lot higher for U.S. Highway 12. And then the active weather just continues. After that, a series of atmospheric rivers that are going to impact our area. There will be a flooding potential in the Cascades over the next 7 days. I'm thinking in general, we could have around 10 inches of rainfall in the Cascades. The 3 inches we could have over the next 48 hours, then the 7 inches for the days following that. So localized flooding is going to be possible around those smaller streams and around fresh burn scars. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Freezing rain possible early this morning, likely just cold rain after that. In Yakima, maybe a chance at freezing rain for tomorrow morning as well. And then in Ellensburg, slick roads possible this morning. I'm thinking that could happen for tomorrow morning too. And then winds ramping up over the next couple days. For Hermiston, freezing rain possible early this morning, then quite windy and warmer for Friday and Saturday. And finally for Walla Walla, freezing rain also not out of the question for this morning, then winds packing a punch to end the work week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, school bus safety scare. What you're seeing is a series of close calls showing Waymos passing school buses filled with children. They aim to be the world's most trusted driver.
The Waymo driver will take care of you and keep you safe from point A to point B.
But this morning, growing concerns. In Austin, Texas, the school district says these self-driving robo-taxis are performing illegal maneuvers around stopped school buses, prompting an investigation from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We've noticed a consistent, every week there seems to be just a few more.
Waymo says safety is its priority, claiming its driverless cars have a much lower crash rate than human drivers.
What's really important, though, is that we're learning from all the different scenarios that we encounter.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on self-driving cars and school bus safety. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Then I let in the light to help see more of the light inside of me.
I needed more from my antidepressant, so my doctor added Caplyta, proven to provide greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone, building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and reported sexual side effects were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
Now, the morning sprint.
6:50 time for your morning sprint, and starting with your national headlines this morning, a bipartisan group of 24 lawmakers will unveil a plan to prevent massive spikes in healthcare premiums. It's all happening today. Sources say the 2-year plan would include a 1-year extension of the Enhanced Affordable Care Act, those subsidies with targeted modifications. The second year would include more significant changes as well as ways to offset the cost. Lawmakers want the vote to take place by December 18th. The subsidies are set to expire at the end of the year. In your business headlines at 6:51 this morning, Hawaii is taking TikTok's parent company to court. Just yesterday, the state filed a lawsuit against ByteDance, saying TikTok was built to be addictive. Officials accuse the platform of using design tactics that exploit children's vulnerabilities and fuel anxiety and compulsive use. The complaint says TikTok keeps users online longer to boost data collection and ad revenue, comparing TikTok's features to tactics used in gambling. The lawsuit seeks to stop TikTok's alleged deceptive practices and force new protections. In your health headlines this morning, the childhood vaccine schedule in the U.S. could soon be seeing some major changes. The CDC says the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices is set to convene today and tomorrow to re-examine long-established vaccine protocols and likely revise the recommended timing of the hepatitis B shot given to newborns. The members of the committee have expressed skepticism over the vaccine schedule, but in one study, experts found delaying the birth dose could result in 1,400 preventable infections in children each year. 6:52, talking sports. Tennis champ Serena Williams taking a necessary step if she wants to return to professional tennis, although she says that's not happening. The 44-year-old appears on a list on the International Tennis Integrity Agency's website showing players registered in the international testing pool. The document's dated October 6th. She played her last match in 2022, and at the time, she did not use the word retirement, but said she was evolving away from tennis. In a social media post earlier this week, Williams said she is not returning to competitive play. 6:52 now, the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A 16-year-old Sela High School student died Wednesday morning after a rollover crash on North Wenas Road. Deputies say it happened just before 8 a.m. when the teen driver lost control on icy pavement, rolling the vehicle and hitting a tree. First responders attempted life-saving measures, but unfortunately the boy passed away at the scene. Investigators say weather played a major role. Counselors will be on hand at the school today. And Kennewick police arrested an 18-year-old student at Kennewick High School after investigators say he sent a violent, threatening message to a child online. Detectives say the message demanded a video and threatened to kill the child and their family if they didn't comply. Police identified the suspect Monday, arrested him on campus, and have booked him into the Benton County Jail on charges including first-degree extortion and communication with a minor for immoral purposes. Officers reminding families to report any suspicious threatening activity online or in person. And a Wapato man, 43-year-old Andrew Zach, has been sentenced for helping conceal the 2018 murder of Rosenda Strong. Prosecutors say Zach helped move her body and dump it near Toppenish, where it was found 9 months later. He also pled guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm. He'll serve 40 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. And closed again. Moses Lake schools will have their doors shut again today as teachers continue their strike. The district has filed paperwork in Superior Court to end the work stoppage, a hearing scheduled for later this week. Buildings will remain closed. Student meals still available, though, from 11 to noon at elementary schools, and the district office is open during normal business hours. The Boys and Girls Club will operate at the McGraw location during the closure. Again, no school for Moses Lake students today again. And Yakima's 2026 budget is finalized, and while community centers and youth programs remain funded, significant cuts are coming to police and fire. Police will lose several positions, and fire officials warn that those cuts could affect response times. Parks and Recreation will see reduced funding, and that could impact maintenance and senior programming. City leaders say they made the cuts to balance the budget, but they'll continue looking for ways to restore funding where it's needed most when the plan takes effect in 2026. This makes me giggle. Trending this morning, the trash panda living up to its name and getting trashed.
Just listen to this story out of Virginia. Officers were called to a liquor store in Hanover County after the place was found ransacked, liquor bottles strewn about, and the masked suspect passed out on the bathroom floor. Oh, that suspect, a very drunk raccoon.
Oh, an officer was able to, oh my gosh, look at the mess he made. He was able to get the animal to a shelter where he was checked out for injuries and given a chance to sleep it off a little bit. He's back out in the wild now this morning. Probably with a little bit of a hangover.
Yeah, I think so. He's getting like a McGriddle or something this morning.
Oh my gosh.
I will say this is a very cute picture. Just
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Raccoons are not adorable though. They are the devil's animal.
I think they're cute, but their behavior makes them less cute. You know, when they do stuff like that. And I've talked about the scene so many times up at this desk, but the scene from Elf where the raccoon jumps in his face, that's what I think of.
Yeah, because they're wild, ravenous animals.
Not domesticated. That's
no.
for sure.
Well, I guess people do have them, though. Some people have raccoons. Not me.
Hey, to each their own.
Yeah, yeah. All right, get us out the door. I actually just stepped outside for a minute and...
You said you got rained on.
I did.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing freezing rain, freezing fog, just so much weather to talk about.
Freezing.
Yes, yes. Well, the fog is mostly in the foothills for this morning, quite thick, but it's also in the Kittitas Valley. So in those areas, please, please, please take it slow and use the low beams. The roads could be slick for a couple different reasons this morning, either freezing fog or freezing rain. And it looks like there has been some freezing rain in the Yakima Valley thus far this morning, maybe for portions of the lower Columbia Basin as well. Now, our road conditions graphic is mostly showing just wet pavement out there, but here's the assumption I would make this morning. If you see a patch of rain or a patch of wetness on the ground, just assume that it's ice. Just play it safe. And quite a bit of ice now forming on that US 395 corridor up towards Connell. Temperatures hovering right around freezing, a little bit warmer than that for the basin. We'll see how that ends up factoring into things. But again, I would just play it very safe out there. Chances for freezing rain for lower elevations going to go down after 8 a.m. in the Tri-Cities, after 10 a.m. for the rest for lower elevations. Otherwise, it's going to be gray and gloomy, but hey, tracking wind gusts picking way up for Friday and Saturday and the potential for cascade flooding over the next week. Did you get all that?
Rain?
Yes.
I got rain.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for waking up with us. You can always find the latest on all the stories on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with the local news and weather tonight at 5 and the Kraken. Have a great day.